regular City Council meeting of the City of Caldwell. This is Monday, May 18th, 2020 at 7 p.m. We'd like to welcome everybody that is on Zoom and those in the audience. We will begin this evening with an invocation offered by our Public Works Director, Mr. Brent Horton. If you'd all please rise for the invocation and then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our dear Father in heaven, we are grateful to approach you as a community, and we ask for special blessing on our city council to help them to know what thou desires for our community. We acknowledge that thou has blessed us a great deal, and we express our thanks to you for this. We pray that thou has blessed those that are suffering with maladies associated with COVID-19, whether it's the disease or financial trouble, that they may be blessed, and that we seek a blessing that the disease can be controlled and remedies found, and that our healthcare workers and first responders can be blessed, and also that those who are affected economically will be able to quickly find ways to recover and rebound, and that thou bless us with ingenuity and wisdom and good ideas to manage around the situation. We thank you for the dedicated service of our public servants who work hard and many times have in thankful circumstances. We express appreciation and thank you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, and please be seated. Again, Brent, thank you for filling in so quickly and so wonderfully for the invitation. Now, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Pollard?
Here.
McGee?
Here.
Allgood?
Here.
Wagner?
Here.
Hopper?
Here.
Colson?
Here.
Thank you. We do have a full quorum of council members to hear the items of business before us this evening. And again, just for the record, we are still in the Zoom mode in order to protect the public as well as our employees and those who might be participating here. We decided to go to this different version of city council meeting during this process until we can restore that. However, we do have plans to begin holding public hearings again and having full meetings at the first meeting in June. And again, that's based upon the guidelines offered by our governor, as well as the health officials that work with him. So June 1st will begin that process. Appreciate all those who've been patient with us during that time as we have not held public hearings, and we hope that we can restore that soon. Hopefully everything goes forward as they've announced so that we can continue that process. Are there any items on the agenda that present a conflict of interest for council members? Thank you. Hearing none, I'm not aware of any special presentations this evening. We have one person in the audience. Would you like to address the council about an item that's not on the agenda?
I have no item to present. Thank you.
All right. I just want to make sure we offer that opportunity. The first item before us then this evening is the consent calendar. It is presented to the council member as a printed document, and obviously these are items that are considered routine in nature or are completions of previous public hearings or items that we would approve based upon the approved budget that we have before us. So these items are considered routine in nature. Is there a motion to approve the consent calendar?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Pollard.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as printed.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
A motion by Mr. Pollard. Second was Mr. McGee. If I recognize that voice, is that correct?
That's right, Mayor.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Pollard, second by Mr. McGee to approve the consent calendar as printed. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Pollard?
Yes.
McGee?
Yes.
Allgood?
Yes.
Wagner? Wagner?
Yes.
Hopper?
Yes.
Colson?
Yes.
Thank you very much. The consent calendar has been approved unanimously by the Caldwell City Council, all items contained therein. That moves us then to the old business. action item. This was continued from February 18th, and again, this is one of those items, because of the situation we are in, has been requested to be continued to a time and date certain, which would be June 1st, 2020. Also along with that would be action item number 2, which would be the same thing. So if we can have a motion to continue items 1 and 2 under old business calendar to a time and date certain of June 1st, 2020 in these chambers at 7 p.m. Was that Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Carlson to continue items number 1 and number 2 to a time and date certain, June 1st, 2020 at 7 p.m. Is there a second?
Second.
And I'm sorry, to be clear, who is the second?
All good.
Chris Allgood?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. A motion then to continue item number 1 and 2 to, again, the time and date certain would be June 1st, 2020, 7 p.m. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Okay, I believe then it's unanimous. I didn't hear any nays, so we will take that as unanimous action. So again, that would be the items, again, that will continue and begin having those public hearings June 1st. So, thank you very much. All right, the first item under new business is an action item, is to consider bill number 21, ordinance number 3278, to annex Windsor Creek East subdivision, phase number 5, into the Caldwell Municipal Irrigation District. This has been brought forward with a request to waive the rules and pass it on its first reading. Mr. Orton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. This is an item that you've seen several of and is based on a request from the property owner to annex into the municipal irrigation district that Caldwell has. So it's distinct from a land use annexation, and it's just simply a request to be part of that irrigation district and have to pool their water rights with Caldwell so that we can deliver fresh ice irrigation to the subdivision. So that'll answer your question.
Thank you very much. Any questions from council? Again, this is very typical and voluntary. All right, hearing none, I will read this bill by its title only and ask for council's consideration. This is known as Bill number 21, ordinance number 3278, an ordinance of the city of Caldwell, Idaho, annexing a portion of property within the corporate city limits into the Caldwell Municipal Irrigation District of the city of Caldwell, Canyon County, Idaho, and changing the boundaries thereof, directing the city engineer to alter the boundary map accordingly, declaring the intent of the city to pool water rights and apply a uniform method of allocating assessments and charges, and providing an effective date.
Mayor,
Mr. Pollard.
I move that we, waive the 3 reading process and consider bill number 21, ordinance number 3278 on its first reading by title only.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second by who? Allgood? Oh, Hopper. Okay. Thank you. A motion by Mr. Pollard, second by Mr. Hopper, to waive the 3 reading process, consider bill number 21, ordinance number 3278, on its first reading by title only. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Pollard,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Allgood,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Hopper,
Yes.
Colson.
Yes.
Thank you. The rules have been suspended. You have the bill before you.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Pollard.
I will sponsor bill number 21, ordinance number 3278, in first passage by title only.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, is that all good again?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion by Mr. Pollard, second by Mr. Allgood, to sponsor bill number 21, ordinance number 3278, move for its passage on its first reading by title only. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Pollard,
Yes.
McGee,
Are you muted, John?
No, I didn't hear Debbie call my name.
Oh,
okay, McGee, yes. Allgood,
Yes.
probably like live meetings better than Zoom meetings. Anyway, that, motion has passed unanimously. Bill number 21, ordinance number 3278, has been passed unanimously by the city council on its first reading by title only. All right. The next item, under new business, is item number 2. It's, to approve a resolution authorizing the execution of an option agreement with Velcro Land Company LLC for the property known as 204 North Kimball, parcel number R05042000000. Mr. Hilty.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, council. This is likely to consider a resolution to approve an option purchase for the city. This is something that we may have put under consent agenda, but there's a little bit of a story behind this that I wanted to share and make sure that I went to the right now. The option agreement is with so that's Rick Wells. I think we all know Rick. He owns a couple of properties that the Urban Renewal Agency entered into auctions to purchase from him. One of them was on Kimball and Blaine near the Cleveland Event Center. And as most of all of you know, that property factors in significantly to the RFP for the remodeling or redevelopment of the Cleveland Event Center that the agency is currently working on as part of this project. The other property that he owns, that he wanted to make sure went at the same time, is on Albany Kimball, which is a few blocks to the north. It's on the north side of the railroad track. And the agency was going to acquire that. It's currently undeveloped and vacant and kind of blighted. After we entered into the option agreement, we learned that this Albany property is outside of the urban area. So, in dealing with that, Rick agreed to split these properties up. The Urban Renewal Agency will maintain the option for the Kimball property, which is, of course, within its boundaries with the RFP for redevelopment. Then could pick up this Albany property. The economic team has talked about it a little bit. It certainly could be, the property needs to be renovated somehow. There has been success with transferring some of these properties to nonprofit agencies to redevelop them for lower income or assisted housing. That certainly could be a need in this area. It could be a parking lot. It could be used as a park. So there are several options for it. Most significantly, I think, frankly, that we was very interested in the single property for obvious reasons, and this one came with it. The terms of the option are the purchase price $10,000, and the option is the initial term of the option is for February 15th, 2021, almost a year. With the option that the city would have to extend it for another year. For the long option period, there is some information on this site, as there is on the Kimball site. Rick is in the process of cleaning that up and getting clean bill of health from ICD. And that's Rick's business, buying these properties for purposes of rehabilitation. I've spoken with him at length about the process that he's going through, and he's confident that he can get IDU to close out the file on this property and make it ready for redevelopment. It's obviously adamant to relying on the regular private market to come in and acquire the property and redevelop it. So I think that can be pretty economic and make sense for the city to acquire the property for these reasons. And then Rick is going to have to produce the clean bill of health before we actually move towards closing. So we've got a significant period of time for him to do that. The other thing that's nice is the purpose of the purchase price in significant part is to pay him the cost associated with moving towards cleaning up the property. So really, I think the city's doing good to support the urban renewal agency and what it's doing. It is also a blight state redeveloped and relatively small scale. So the only last thing I'd point out is I've had some difficulty communicating with Rick. as you all know, he stayed very busy, and then he also, was kind of, indisposed for for a little while in the last few weeks. There may be, some tweaks to this option agreement before, we can get it signed. And so what I asked for in the motion is just a little bit of latitude to modify the details. I certainly will not modify substantially the times of performance, the price, or the location of the land and the size and scope of the land without coming back to the city council. What I'm really talking about is, the seller, Rick thought that he owned it in Delco. I think it's actually Rick and Cindy that owned this husband line. So we have to run that to ground, and they just haven't been able to get the property finalized. But it's close enough that I wanted to bring it forward now and see the council approval. So there may be some minor tweaks as it goes forward. We just simply ask council for the latitude to do some of those tweaks. That concludes my report. I would stand for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Hilty. Questions from council? Again, this is something that we have discussed over the past period of time, and it's now come to the point where it's pretty much ready to go. And again, this is tied directly to the property on the corner of Kimball and, Lane, is it, legal? Oh, no, I mean, in the same conversation with the property that the urban renewal agency just purchased on the corner of Kimball and Lane. Lane. So this has been discussed with council on several occasions. Are there any questions regarding the, request from Mr. Hilty, or is there a motion to approve the resolution? Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Hopper to approve the resolution. Is there a second?
Second motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Hopper, second by Mr. McGee, to approve the resolution authorizing the execution of an option agreement with Relco Land Company, LLC, for property known as 204 North Kimball. Any further discussion? The clerk call the roll, please.
Hopper,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Pollard,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Allgood,
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
All right, the resolution is passed unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Hilty, for your work on this. And again, with the understanding that if there is anything that needs to be tweaked, we need to substantiate and bring it back to council for any further changes. But thank you, Mr. Hilty, and that gets us started down that path to get that property cleaned up and eliminate that blight and get it moving forward. So thank you. All right, real quick before we go to the finance report, this kind gentleman has been here this evening. This very short agenda. Was there anything that you thought you were going to be able to speak at or of interest in? We don't want to ignore you.
No, Mr. Mayor, I'm just here to observe and
Okay.
get acclimated with, some of the things that are going on in council.
Okay. All right, well, nice to have you here, and again, sorry these meetings are truncated, but they will go back to normal meetings here in just a couple of weeks, so. All right, financial report, who's going to do that this evening?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Pollard.
the Finance Committee has reviewed current accounts payable in the amount of $756,088.86 for the period ending May 12, 2020. Amid payroll in the amount of $371,370.29 for pay period ending April 25th, 2020. I move that accounts payable in the amount of $756,088.86, represented by check numbers 145551 through 14588844, and payroll for the amount of $271,370.29, represented by check numbers 34550 through 34568, and direct deposits be accepted, payments approved, and vouchers filed in the office of the city clerk.
Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Pollard, second by Mr. Hopper, to approve the financial report as presented. Any further discussion? Just for the purpose of the meeting, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Pollard,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Allgood,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Hopper,
Yep.
Paulson.
Yeah.
Thank you. The financial report has been approved and accepted unanimously. Council reports, Mr. Pollard.
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Carlson.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Mr. Hopper.
I'll follow with the others.
All right. Mr. Wagner.
No comment from here either.
All right. Mr. Allgood.
Nothing, sir, thank you.
Mr. McGee.
I have about 15 minutes of comments here.
Go right ahead, Mr. McGee.
I would be a fool to say anything now.
All righty, just real quickly, again, a reminder for anybody who might be viewing this, through streaming, or council members, anybody in the audience, tomorrow is the last day to request your ballot for this primary, election. It still can be requested as long as it is postmarked and in the mail by tomorrow. So just want to remind you of that. Of course, there are state elections, county elections. There are no city elections. We're on opposite cycles with those other entities. But this is the first time, I believe, in the history of the state that there's all mail-in ballot for a primary election. So those are still available. Real quickly, again, council, thank you again for the action tonight regarding the plan to reopen city buildings and the different departments. Those were all provided to you, as you know, in the, on the consent calendar. And staff has been working really hard with Monica to implement those things to make sure that both the employees and the public are protected as we begin to open buildings. Also, there was a report just released today. As you know, we planned on opening our pool on June 13th. There are some state guidelines that were just released just prior to this city council meeting that I'll distribute to Carol and others to make sure that, as we follow those guidelines, we will follow those guidelines as we reopen the pool. I know that there will also be, I think, some guidelines issued on mass gatherings, which happen after June 25th. But again, I don't know how those will impact our 4th of July fireworks celebration. As of right now, we're planning on having that. Again, because you're outside, 35 acres, people can spread out easily in that area and view the fireworks, and I think we can meet all the criteria that would be a part of any kind of health standard. So, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate in this difficult time than to celebrate the birth of this great nation. So, maybe that would be a good way to kick off the summer and remind people that in this together, but we'll be able to get through this together. I really don't have much else beside that. Again, we are beginning budget sessions tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, right here, on stage with Topo Ruggiero. I don't think any of you in the room are old enough to remember. That's Ed Sullivan's show. I don't remember that. Anyway, right here, what's that?
I am that old, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, you and I together remember that, nobody else does. But right here in this room, 6 o'clock tomorrow night is a budget workshop. And of course, we can spread out enough in here. Most of the attendance will be by Zoom, but there will be some of those who are coming in person, so we can spread out in the room and be part on part to be able to handle that. So that's the only other announcement that I have. So we now have on the agenda, and I apologize, you've been so patient, but now we get to ask you to leave. We're going to go into executive session. And the only thing past the executive session is just the adjournment. So is there a motion to go into executive session?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Pollard, thank you, sir.
before I make that motion, I would like to ask, I haven't heard any clarification. Is the 4th of July parade canceled?
We haven't decided on that yet, Mr. Pollard. We're waiting to see what some of these guidelines are. So we're hoping to visit with the council and make that decision by the June 1st meeting.
Okay, thank you, sir. So now I will make the motion
Okay.
that we go into executive session pursuant to Idaho Code Section 54-308, subsection C, for the purpose of discussing the acquisition of or interest in real property not owned by a public agency.